Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's me, Stephen Human. Hey everybody, today on At Your Leisure with Chad and Corby Booth, I'm covering the hosting duties and flying high while doing it. Where do the guns and the Batmobile come in? You'll have to wait to see. Then Chad Booth will be in Canyon Country visiting ancient history. You'll be surprised by what his time machine looks like. Finally, why would you visit Lake Powell in the fall? Well, these anglers know. I'm going up, and you're coming with me. At Your Leisure is next.
Well, if you notice behind me that the horizon is not level, that's because I am with the great Bundini right now, flying over Wendover, over the Salt Flats, and I am at the Wendover Air Races. Hi, I'm Stephen Human. Welcome to At Your Leisure this week. I'm filling in for Chad and Corby. They decided to take the weekend off and asked if I would fill in. And I am in one of the greatest places you can possibly imagine. Right now, I'm flying over the Salt Flats, and I am in one of the training airplanes. It's actually an old Japanese plane. And this is one of the things here at the Wendover Air Races. Now, Wendover, a lot of you probably don't know that it started out as a very small town in the 1940s. It was less than 200 people. Within 5 years after the beginning of World War II, it was a bustling community of about 20,000 soldiers, airmen, all being trained, some to drop the atomic bomb, others just to fly in World War II, and it's still being used today. So we're out here at the base. Every year they have this great air show, and this is the 10th anniversary. So we're going to take you around. It's going to be an amazing show. You're going to get some great experiences, and I'm excited that you're able to come along with me. Right now, though, we're going to go to our travel adventure.
If you'd like more information on our travel adventure, just go to AYLTV.com. You can find out all about it. Well, right now we're inside the Elvendorf, and look who I found! Our own gadget guy, Joe Davis.
Hey, Steve.
He's doing PR for the show. Joe,
Yep.
Tell me about the show. Obviously, I've already been in a plane, and that was a lot of fun. But tell me about these pilots that are going to be out here showing some of these tricks off.
I mean, we've got single team demonstrations like the F-16 that's just taken off right now. What's really cool about that, instead of a demonstration team where you're seeing some awesome maneuvering between opposing aircraft, things like that, and certainly some nice formations, the thing that's so great about single team demo is that you're seeing the aircraft demonstrated as if it were being sold to someone. You see everything this aircraft is capable with the exception of going up into the high Mach speeds that it can do. But everything else, we're not breaking the sound barrier, but everything else it can do. It's pretty awesome. High negative G's, high positive G's, really awesome show. My favorite part about this Wendover Air Show is the fact that this is a real hands-on air show. This is one where the kids get to get up to the aircraft, meet the crew, actually talk to people, get on the airplane, see what it can, talk to them and see what it's all about, and really have a hands-on experience, which is what really takes that passion for flying and turns it into a lifelong love or even a dream of doing it, and then maybe even leads to them being a pilot.
Joe, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Right now we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a product review, and after that, we're going to show you more from the Wendover Air Show. Let's fly this thing.
Hey, why not? Let's go.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm your guest host this week, Stephen Human. And we are at the Wendover Air Show in Wendover, Nevada. And this is one of the coolest events that I've ever been to, and right now we're going to talk to the big man in charge. All right, this is where you want to watch the show, up here. Too bad you guys can't come up here, but you're up here with me. I'm here with Joe Johnston, the Air Boss. Joe, thanks for having us.
Welcome. I'd like to say, hey, welcome At Your Leisure.
Thanks. Well, what does the Air Boss do? That sounds like a pretty beefy position.
Well, it is, and I don't get paid for it because I'm a volunteer. But the Air Boss is the orchestrator of the aerial ballet of the air show. That means basically putting airplanes where they're supposed to be and making sure that everything is done safe and expeditiously.
Now, I've had a good time just in the brief time that we've been able to walk around here. Why should people come out to this show?
Well, 3 different reasons. The first reason, the Historic Wendover Air Show Foundation is a nonprofit organization, and all the money that they collect at the gate goes into the restoration of the buildings here on the airfield. All World War II buildings. This is the 10th anniversary of the air show, so every year we have this in September. Today we're having a great crowd, and every year the air show gets bigger and bigger and bigger and better. A lot of people don't live around airports. They don't see the military aircraft, so the military aircraft is out here showing their stuff. And it is just awesome. I get goosebumps every time I think about it.
Now, people can come out here and go to the museum when the show, any time, right?
Right. 365 days a year, the airfield is open from 8 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. if you just want to look around the museum and come out and look at the airfield and see what they have done to improve the airfield over the last several 10, 15 years.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for having us out again. This is an amazing event, and we're going to show you more of it, but right now we've got to go off to our trailhead adventure. Well, if you'd like more information on our trailhead adventure, as always, go to AYLTV.com and you can find out about it there. Well, here at the Wendover Air Show, it's not just about planes. You have tanks, you have armored personnel carriers, all kinds of vehicles dating as far back as World War II here. And you can get right up and close and personal. It's not like a museum. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that you'll want to look at. All right, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. You're not going to be able to hold one of these bad boys when you're at a museum. Hey look, it's Chad's first car. You can buy this one if you want to. It's a little bit expensive. That's the Batmobile right there. We just saw the Batmobile. We gotta track that down. Let's go. All right, a few years ago, I had the opportunity to stand next to the 60s Batmobile. And now, here I am, next to the 1989 Batmobile. This is a sweet car. Maybe they'll let me drive it. Toilets. For those of you with minimal garage space, this is the plane for you. An FA-18 Hornet. I would love to get up in one of those, but for some reason, I don't think they're gonna let me. Let's go in here. The C-17. This is huge. You see them in the movies, but you don't really get the scale of stuff like this until you're actually inside of one. I mean, it's amazing. All right, I'm geeking out. Been in the C-17, walked by F-18s, and I got to see the Batmobile. This is awesome. We're at the Wendover Air Races. Right now we're gonna take a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna have this week's winner, and we'll show you more from this great event. I'm your guest host for this weekend, Stephen Heumann. Chad and Corby have taken the weekend off and asked if I'd fill in. And I'm here at the Wendover Air Show in historic Wendover, Nevada, at the air base here. Now, for those of you, you might recognize this if you saw the movie Con Air. It was a movie with Nicolas Cage and John Malkovich. And this was actually the Jailbird. This was the plane that they filmed in that movie, and it ended up here in Wendover somehow. Well, I've got this week's winner. Now, a few months ago, I was at Home Depot. Yes, not the most exciting thing to do for At Your Leisure, but nonetheless, I was there. I was getting some stuff for my house, and I happened to have the AYL Suburban, that big beast that we have, because it has space to put things in. And when I was pulling in the parking lot, there was a car there that had an AYL sticker on it. And I thought, well, I'm gonna park next to them. That's kind of fun. And I wrote down their license plate number. And when I came out after doing my shopping, there was a note on my window. This note right here. Now, as you can see, it says, whoever you are, happened to be me, you have the best job in the world, which is true. I really can't argue with that. P.S. I have a sticker, license plate number ZPADEYA. Well, because you were so thoughtful as to leave this on my car, on the At Your Leisure Suburban, you are this week's winner. And what you win is a vacation to Elko, Nevada. Now, we've done a couple of stories from Elko. We've got you a hotel room along with an ATV trip. This is going to be an amazing vacation for you and your whole family. So, ZPADEYA, I guess that's how you pronounce it. You are the winner. Call us at 801-947-8888. Now, for all of you out there who don't have an AYL sticker, contact us. Go to AYLTV.com or give us a call. We'll send you out a sticker or pick it up at any AYL sponsor. Well, I'm going to wander around the show a little bit more, and I'm going to see if I can get us up in another plane. While I do that, why don't you take a look at next week's show?
Thanks for filling in for us, Steve. Next week, Corby and I are back, and we'll be taking you from the red sands of the Southwest to the white peaks of central Canada. First, we'll prove that bigger is better, particularly if you find yourself jeeping in the Barrens of Nevada. Then, what does a small town in the Canadian Rockies have to offer an American tourist? Possibly the best hometown experience imaginable. See you here on AYL next week.
Well, next week's show looks like it's going to be great, and I found the plane that I'm going to take out next. This is an F-16. I think they'll let me give this thing a whirl. You know, what do you think? No, probably not. This has been an awesome show. Remember, the Wendover Air Show next year, it'll be their 11th annual air show, and you'll be able to experience all of the things that I've been able to do today. Remember to take your family out. It is absolutely incredible. Well, I've got to go and see if they'll let me take the F-16 up. Between now and the next time we get together, be sure to get out with your family and friends and enjoy the great outdoors at your leisure. Talking to my wife on the phone. Elmendorf of Slytherin House.